Calling the Sedalia Pettis Amateur Radio Club repeater net. Calling the Spark and Aries net. Calling the Spark and Aries net. This is KD0ETL. It's Kilo Delta Zero Echo Tango Lima, and that will be your net control station for this evening. My name is Paul, and my QTH is Hughesville, Missouri. The Spark repeater net meets each Sunday evening from approximately 8 p.m. till 8:30 local time on the Sedalia 147.03 megahertz repeater with a minus offset. The purposes of the net are to gather hams in the area and exchange information of mutual interest, and to promote public service by ham operators. At this time, do we have any emergency or priority traffic for the net? Are there any club announcements for the net? All right, at this time I'll open up for mobiles, portables, short timers, those that are in and out. Pause before speaking, space your calls.
KD0, VD, KE0, MER, we're in and out.
KD0, USK.
KE0, 2AM, in and out.
All right, I may have missed someone, but I heard one other. I had KE0QAM, KD0USK, KD0VD, and KE0MER. Did I miss anybody else?
KE0NJB, KE0NJB.
Okay, KE0NJB. Okay, we'll go to the top of that list. AD0VD and KE0MER, Grace and Donald were in and out. And I got Brett, KD0USK. Good evening, Brett, and your comments.
Good evening, Paul. Good evening, everybody on the net. I think that call sign I just heard, that new fella that came to our meeting there, so that's good to hear him, and sounds like he got a radio, and glad to hear him in there, so looking forward to hearing his comment. Let's see, didn't have too big of a weekend after the club meeting, which was a good meeting. It was good to see everybody there. I ended up running up to the Raytown Ham Fest and checking it out. They didn't have a whole lot up there. It was a new location for them this year. They're on Nolan Road. And anyway, got in there, and they had, everybody was there, but they just, it's kind of like the deal there with the Ham Fest. It just seemed like there was fewer tables there, and of course by the time I got there, everything was pretty well picked all over. But they did have they're calling it, I don't know, the world's smallest HT now, and it was about an inch wide by about 3 inches tall by about a half inch deep, and had a little rubber duck antenna on it. I think it was about 2 watts high power and 1 watt low power, and they're about $30. I thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't get one, but they'd be kind of neat to take with you if you're running around town or something like that. But that was the only thing new that I virtually saw there. And then ended up stopping at a fish hatchery on the way home. I've been needing to get some fish from a pond to try to get some white stripers, work on the crappie and stuff a little bit. So I stopped over there, and they filled my back seat full of fish in minnows. So it was pretty interesting. Have a carload of fish and brought them home. So anyway, 50 white stripers and 20 pounds of minnows. So you can imagine my back seat was completely full. But anyway, that worked out good, and they all made it. Released them when I got home, and they all seemed to live. And I've been out there looking around. I didn't see any floating up, so they made the journey there. So and then today just messed around out in the shop, cleaned around a little bit, and that's about it. Had a good dinner here with Carrie, and then we'll watch a little TV and get ready to get this week started. So I hope everybody has a real good week this week, and we'll talk to you all later. KD0 USK.
KD0 USK in the net. KD0 ETL. All right, Brett. Yeah, I was wondering there with the fish in the back seat. I hope they didn't slosh too much, or you're going to have a fishy smelling car for a while. So glad that didn't happen. And I'll have to look up that little tiny handy-talkie. And let's see, we ended up going to the gun show down at Warsaw, so we didn't make it up there, but sounds like we didn't miss a whole lot. All right, thanks for checking in. We'll go next to KE0QAM Chandler. Good evening, Chandler, and your comments.
KE0QAM the net. Good evening, Paul. I don't really have any comments. I was just originally going to call in and out. I know Bob, KE0CYR, he's been trying to call into the net, but he's had a couple radio problems here. If you don't go ahead and write him down, I think he's going to try and check in once the whole list here is done. But, no, like I said, no real comments for the net. 73 Dell, KE0QAM.
KE0QAM, KD0ETL. All right, very good, Chandler. Got you checked in, and we'll listen for Bob, see if he gets his radio working right. And I wrote him down just in case he doesn't even. So we'll go to our new ham in the area, Brian, KE0NDB. I think I got that right. I may have wrote it down wrong, but you tell me if I've got it wrong, Brian. Your comments for this evening. Good to see you at the meeting.
KE0NJB. KE0NJB. Really enjoyed the meeting yesterday. We'll fill out the application, get dropped back off, and let me know when the next meeting is. I think you said it was tentatively set up for the 8th of December. Bob was able to set me up with a starter radio. Really appreciate that. And now I'll be looking for a mobile to put in my pickup, but I got to start somewhere. Didn't do much yesterday after the meeting. Today we just spent about 3 or 4 hours in the emergency room. My father-in-law had a car battery blow up in his face, but he's home and trying to heal up now.
Well, sorry to hear about that. Hopefully he's going to be okay, and hopefully it didn't breathe it in too bad, and hopefully the burns on his face won't be too bad. But I hate you had to do that. But thanks for checking in. I'm glad you got your radio to check in with us, and holler on there any time, see if anybody's listening. Sometimes we are, sometimes not so much, but hit and miss. But we'll come back to you if we hear you. Anything more for us this evening?
No, that's about it. I appreciate everybody's help, and it's look forward to being a member of the club in good standing and try to learn all I can and help you all out any I can. KE0NJB clear.
KE0NJB. Okay, Brian. Yeah, I wrote it down correct the first time, and then for some reason I wrote over the top of it and couldn't read it. So I had it right the first time and then messed it up. All right, and I got Bob, KE0CY. I got him checked in. We're at the bottom of the list. Regular check-ins for Spark Repeater Net. Come now.
KC0ELB, Tony and Boonville for the count.
KA0TTY.
KY0P.
All right, I'll stop there. I got KY0P, K0TTY, KC0ELB. Tony was in and out. One for the count. And Harry, we'll go to you first. K0TTY. Good evening, and your comments.
Oh, I don't think I could add anything after Brett's fish story, but I'll just say it was a good meeting yesterday. Glad to see everybody there, and looking forward to the next one. Not sure what's going to happen in December. I think we planned on a date, but anxious to see what else is going to materialize there. But nothing further. K0TTY.
All right, Harry, thanks for checking in, and you have a good week. And let's see, we got Dennis. KY0P, good evening, Dennis, and your comments for this evening.
Good evening, Paul. Everybody else on the net. Well, I enjoyed seeing the people who made the meeting yesterday. Brian, it was good to see you at the meeting, and you sound like an old pro on there already. So hopefully you can check in with us more frequently. Meet here every Sunday evening. So Well, got back from the meeting and mowed, hopefully for the last time. Mulched some leaves on the south side of the house and also in the back of the house. By this afternoon, the south side of the house needed mulching again, so went over that. In years past, I waited till all the leaves fell and spent a couple hours raking, so I thought this year I'd just mulch them, and pretty good sized tree on the south side, so probably have to mulch them again tomorrow. So anyway, that's about all I've got. I'll just turn it back to you, Paul, and say 73 to everybody. Have a great week from KY0P.
KY0P, KD0ETL. All right, Dennis. Good deal on the yard. I think I'm done with mine. The mower's sitting in the shop now with the gas turned off and the battery conditioner on it already, so it's ready for winter. And let's see, something else I was going to comment about. Did you ever figure out an antenna to get you yet, or are you going to try and fix the one you got?
Well, Brett and I had a conversation here probably 30 minutes before the net, and I think I'm going to go look into a similar J-pole as what he uses, and just doing a little research, and he said that this guy would be available to talk to on the phone, so that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I had a J-pole when I first got my tech license, and had this Ringo Ranger given to me, and I don't know, I think, like I told Brad, I think I sold that at a Hamfest, the J-pole. But this Ringo Ranger, I've had it up for probably 20 years, and it broke at the base during some wind here in during the summer, and I'm sure that J-pole will be a lot more sturdy. And with the area repeaters that he's hitting with that J-pole, I'm kind of leaning towards that. So anyway, I'll check more into that, and hopefully within a week or two I'll have a J-pole up there. Back to you, 73.
All right, very good, Dennis. And thanks for checking in. We'll catch you sometime during the week. Perhaps we're at the bottom of the list. Any more check-ins for the Spark Repeater Net? Call now.
KE0FUD.
B0LRX.
Mark in Boonville.
I stand by for a second. I got a couple others. I think I got them. I got K0FUD, WB0LRX, and Mark KD0IZI. I think that's right. I think that's all I heard. If there's others, you'll have to wait till the end of the list. Go to Chris first, K0FUD. Good evening, Chris, and your comments.
Good evening, Paul, and everybody on the net. I don't have much to report. It's been a pretty slow week. I haven't done a whole heck of a lot except work, sleep, work, sleep, work some more. But anyway, tonight I'm watching The Walking Dead again, and I did notice that they are using the Bofang handhelds on the show. I hadn't really paid attention to that, but I saw it tonight. Anyway, that's all I've got for tonight. KD0FUD, back to you.
K0FUD, KD0ETL. All right. Yeah, that'll be some ham radio trivia or something down the road. Maybe the Baofangs on the Walking Dead. All right, thanks for checking in. And I didn't do a whole lot today except watch football. So it's been about. Oh, I did do some HF this morning with several around here and a couple further away. So that was a good time too. Next we go to Jeff, WB0LRX, KD0ETL.
Hey, Paul, good evening, everybody on the net. Not a lot here. Good weekend. I guess it's supposed to turn cold on us, and I've been doing a little listening on low bands. Didn't really get on much this weekend, but did a lot of listening. And that's about it over here, really. Sorry I missed the meeting on Saturday. I don't know why I say that, because you guys would be surprised if I showed up, but I really intended to come. But
didn't happen. So maybe next time. WB0LRX. Keep me on the list.
WB0LRX, KD0ET. Okay, Jeff. Yeah, you make it whenever you can. I think December 8th is our next meeting, because the 1st is the parade in town, so scheduled for the next Saturday. All right, and next we got Mark, KD0IZI. Good evening, Mark, and your comments.
Hi, KD0IZI, Mark up here in Boonville. Not much going on. Just actually went down to Sedalia there Saturday. Daughter shoots in the FFA, so they use the Rod and Gun Club just south of Sedalia there. It's a pretty nice place for the kids to go shoot. Good grounds out there. Anyway, just to mention the guy that's going to build the J-pole in the Ringo Ranger, just to check, there's for the money's worth, and Walmart has really good return policies. You can look on Walmart. They have tram antennas there for they're dirt cheap, and they're really good quality. So they're almost the same quality as a Comet. I actually had one and sold it. Didn't have any issues with it, but you can get the dual band, so it kind of opens you up for more possibilities and maybe a little bit better reach than the J-pole. And just a few things, just create connections, and you should be good. You shouldn't have any issues with it pre-tuned. Anyway, that's all I got, so I'll turn it back to you. KD0IZI.
KD0IZI, KD0ETL, alrighty. Dennis, if you copied that, you know who to get a hold of if you got questions. So, let's see. We're at the bottom of the list again. Any more check-ins for the Spark Repeater Net? Call KD0ETL.
0JWA. J5ZW.
T0G.
Let's see. I think it was Keith, WE0G. I'm not positive. They kind of somewhat doubled with Philip, and then I've got Brooks and K0JWA and Philip KJ5ZW. Was that you, Keith?
Yes, it was. Now I've got a mouthful of burritos, so might better go to someone else first.
Well, I just want to make sure that was you. I heard the 0G, and I thought that was your voice, but I wasn't positive. All right, we'll go to Brooks first, K0JWA. What's going on, Brooks?
Not too much. I'm out here at Wally World, so I'm just going to make an in and out here. So if you want to check myself and Lanny in, that'd be great, and I'll turn it back to you, K0JWA.
Okay, Brooks. Yeah, I got you in Atlanta checked in. And next we'll go to Philip, KJ5ZW. Good evening, Philip, and your comments.
KJ5ZW to the group, and doing a fine job. I want to congratulate Brian, KE0NJB, for coming to our meeting and becoming a new member soon. And would like to thank the officers for another year served, that they agreed to do that at our meeting. And let's see, and then we got Darren, KD0OPS. He's got the crud. I'd like to wish him a good health and get going good. He is still working on trying to get people for the training session, so that we can train in January, have a class for a technician class. After that class, well, then we will be preparing to give tests for the technician, the general, and extra class if you want to upgrade. Let's see. And then I enjoyed the trip to the Warsaw with Paul and Brooks on yesterday. That was enjoyable, to that gun and knife show. Wound up picking up a few items there. I'd like to congratulate you, Paul, for stepping up to the position of the EMA ARES Leader Coordinator. And I'm Let's see. I'm also glad to see that we've got the controller board for the repeater has come in, and it will be able to lower the ID volume while someone's talking. That's exciting to me. It didn't cost us anything, and that's what I like about it. So our treasury is still intact. So let's see. And then the last item I've got here on my list is looks like we got chances of snow Wednesday night, early morning Thursday, rain, snow on Thursday, and possible snow and freezing rain. Looks like the winter is getting ready to pound us heavy with possible down to 16 degrees. So looks like we're getting ready to jump right into it. And so you might want to stock up your pantry just a little bit. It's not like you have to take and go overboard, but you may want to make sure you got essentials like milk and such, water. And that's all I've got, so I turn it back over to you. Net Control, Paul, KD0ETL, BKJ5ZW, I'm clear.
KJ5ZW, KD0ETL. Okay, very good, Philip. And thanks for all that, and we'll catch you later in the week. Let's see, next we'll go to Keith, W0G. Good evening, Keith. Good to hear you in there. Your comments for this evening.
Oh, just wanted to check in and say hi to everybody. Our club had a mini expedition out to Frankenstein on Wednesday and had a really good time operating on 20 and 40 meters and made just under 80 contacts in about 5 hours of work. So since it was the middle of the week, we didn't stay overnight or anything. Like we would have done had it been like a Saturday night or, a Saturday or Sunday. So anyway, let's see, good to hear Dennis on, good to hear Jeff on, and several others. And I can't think of what else is going on around here. A little bit of everything, I think. But that's all I got, Paul, 73, and back to you. WE0G, clear.
WE0G in the net, KD0ETL. All right, Keith. I heard you all passing through town. I was getting ready to holler at you on Simplex as you were heading that direction, and I got a phone call and got tied up with that and never got back down here. So glad you all made the trip and had a lot of good contacts. So you have a great week. And we're at the bottom of the list. Any more check-ins for the Spark Repeater Net? Call now.
This is KE0LMY.
Net Control recognizes Sam, KE0LMY. Good evening, Sam, and happy birthday again.
KD0ETL, KE0LMY. Hello, everybody on the net. We are having a fantastic day down here. Of course, it is my birthday. Thank you very much for all the birthday wishes. Had some great birthday wishes from my friends up there in Spark. I spent the day putting my Christmas tree up, and normally everybody gets mad at me for putting Christmas stuff out this early in the year, but then I told them Walmart had theirs up in August. I don't want to hear it. So all in all, it's been really good down here. We're actually making plans for our Christmas meeting, and other than that, just trying to stay on the warm side of the door, which, as I understand, is going to be hard later in the week. This is KE0LMY, back to net.
KE0LMY, KD0ETL. Holy cow, Sam. Christmas tree up. My wife, I heard to put it up on Thanksgiving, so she always wants to put it up later in the afternoon on Thanksgiving, so I don't feel so bad, I guess. Anyway, you have a great week, and thanks for checking in. All right, last call for check-ins for the Spark Repeater Net. Call now.
Recheck.
Go recheck.
KJ5ZW here. I'm going to be on Thursday night at 8 o'clock at 3950. That's HF. Going to see if we can get a HF roundtable going about that time, about 3950. Thursday night, about 8 o'clock, somewhere in that neighborhood. If there's somebody there, why, I'll probably move up 5 to, say, 3955, or I'll move down to 3945. We'll see what happens. I'm looking for a spot that we can pretty much get in there and start an HF net on some night other than Sunday. And it'd be kind of interesting whether it be a Tuesday or Thursday, but I'm going to shoot for Thursday. And I just thought I'd throw that out. Anybody that wants to get on there and start looking for me Thursday night at 8, that's where I'll be, KJ5CW.
Okay, Philip. Yeah, we did talk about that this morning on 75 meters. So we'll see. I'll try and remember that I wrote it down here. I just have to try and remember. I'll have to end up putting my phone to ding and remind me, I expect. So thanks for that. All right, looks like we had a total of 17 check-ins, and the net ran for approximately 28 minutes. Thank everybody that checked in. Everyone have a safe week. 73 from KD0 ETL, return the repeater back to normal use.